The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. Lee County High School student interns help produce the show under the direction of the Lee County Schools Communication and Production Department. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union Foundation and a contributing sponsorship by Hodges University.
Once again, welcome to the A-Team Challenge. I'm your host today for this round of the A-Team. I'm Robert Van Winkle, and I'm Senior Chief Meteorologist at NBC2. Thanks for watching. We are in our 27th year partnering with the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, the Lee County School District, and NBC2 for a great partnership to provide you with the A-Team Challenge game show. Our games can also be viewed on Comcast Channel 99 and on the internet at leeschools.net. And in the spring, the quarterfinals and the finals will be seen on NBC2. So it's a single elimination championship. We are starting off 2016 with 36 high schools actually from 6 Southwest Florida counties. This is our second game of the season, and one of these two teams will be advancing on. We're going to answer questions today, students, in these following categories: science, math, arts and humanities, language arts, social studies, and there's some general knowledge questions for you. Here are the rules for you folks at home. The students should be familiar with these also. We are going to play the first 3 rounds with 5, 10, and 20 points. In these first 3 rounds, remember, you're to answer the questions individually. You work alone. You don't work as a team. And if you get the question wrong, buzzing in early or whatever, there's no penalty. But the other team will have a chance to steal the question after hearing it in its entirety. The final exam is where you will wager as much or as little of your score as you wish. All right, so let's welcome our 2 teams today competing. First of all, coming probably from the longest distance. I guess Moorhaven's also out there too, but welcome to Clewiston High School. These are our team members from Clewiston, and you will be introduced to them in just a moment. Also fighting today for a title to move on is the East Lee County High School students, and you will meet them individually in just a minute. Students, if you're ready, get your buzzers, put your hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Our questions will be worth 5 points in the first round, and we're off and running. Nice short question to start. What major body of water forms the southern border of El Salvador? El Pacífico, El Océano Pacífico, the ocean, that's the Pacific. Next for 5 points. You might use a daikon radish or wasabi as a condiment with this dish that may come wrapped in seaweed. Wait till I call your name. Moshe, that's okay. Moshe?
Yes, sushi.
Sushi is correct. You got it right. 5 points starts you off. That is one excited player right there. He's going to be good. Here we go. Next question for 5. Bernini's marble sculpture of him shows him in a pre-battle pose, about to sling a stone, while Verrocchio's bronze sculpture of him shows him in a post-battle mode, wearing his armor and holding a sword with head lying at his feet. Name this ancient man who became Moshe Easley.
David?
Yes, he became the king after he killed Goliath. David is right. 5 points for Easley. Depending on how it's made, it may be termed extruded, molded, paving, or glazed. Name this substance, normally made from clay and shale these days, that's fired in a kiln before used to build walls or buildings. Eduardo Clewiston.
Plaster.
Plaster's a good try. Nope, sorry, that's not it. Easley, you want a shot? Moshe.
Concrete?
No, it was a brick, just something simple. A brick, that's all I was looking for. Don't overthink things, just listen up, and here we go. Next question. First developed in the late 1990s, give this Japanese term for the figures that include small yellow faces and are often seen as emoticons within electronic messages. Derlin, Clewiston.
Emojis.
Emojis, that's the term, and you're good for 5 points for Clewiston. Next for 5. Termed Gichigumi by the Indians, the largest island in it is Isle Royale, which belongs to Michigan. Its name comes from French explorers who named it for being north of Lake Huron, but the British also kept the name because it's the farthest north and largest of the Great Lakes. Identify this body of water. Eduardo, give it a shot.
Lake Ontario.
Nope, nice try though, doesn't hurt to try. Eastleigh. Northern highest most Superior, Lake Superior. Okay, that's all right, no harm, no foul. Next for 5. Ferdinand Magellan was the first explorer to go all the way around the world. Spell his last name, Magellan. Andre, you're in just in time, Eastleigh.
Magellan.
Nope, good try though. That's all right. Clewiston, you got a shot. Anybody want to try? Somebody, ring your buzzer if you want to guess. All right, Derlin, give it a shot.
Magellan.
One more time.
Magellan.
Magellan is good for 5 points. We worked really hard for that 5 points, didn't we? Clewiston gets to the point there, and that's great. Good job. All right, listen up. Next question for 5. Here we go. Used in the 1800s as punishment for prisoners, heart doctors can now predict your risk of dying in the next 10 years by studying your use of it for the next few minutes. Name this item of fitness equipment that requires you to walk or run but lets you stay in the same place while doing it. Mickey, Eastleigh.
Treadmill.
A treadmill, that's correct. 5 points, Eastleigh High School. Next for 5. The Constitution reserves the right to generate bills to raise revenue and the right to impeach a president only for this legislative body, though it must have its members stand for re-election every 2 years. George, Clewiston.
The House of Representatives.
That's the one I want you to identify. The lower legislative body, the U.S. Congress, House of Reps, is 5 points for Clewiston. Next for 5. What word starting with the letter L describes a place where blood is tested and where science experiments are done? George, Clewiston.
Laboratory.
Laboratory or a laboratory, that's correct. 5 points, Clewiston. Name the major city that contains the Australian Museum, a harbor bridge, and world-famous opera house. Eduardo, Clewiston.
Sydney.
Sydney is correct. 5 points, Clewiston. Next for 5. After 6 seasons in its original home of Vancouver, it moved to its current location in 2001 and is now the farthest east team in the Western Conference. Name this NBA basketball team, whose top players include, in 2014-15 season, Mike Conley, Zach Randolph, and Mark Gasol. Give it a shot, Andre.
Lakers.
That's okay. Nope, but not what I'm looking for. Not right. Clewiston, give it a shot. Somebody ring in. Anybody? Eduardo.
The Canucks.
Nope. Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis is it. That's all right. We got a good game going here. Clewiston 25, Eastleigh at 15. We'll send you to a break here in just a second, but first let me introduce you to our players at Clewiston High School under the coaching of Bernard Pinero and Lauren Kritzky. First of all is George Vidal. George right there. That's a good wave. Thank you, George. He's a senior and wants to go to UCF and study computer science. Good luck to you, George, in the future. Trevor Wilcher is in the next spot. Trevor is a junior this year. He would like to head to Florida Southwestern and study education. Trevor, welcome to you. Back row, 2 players. We have Derlin Colazo. Derlin is also a junior this year, and he'll be going to a higher university of learning to study nursing or doctor of emergency in the emergency room. So, Derlin, good to you. Next in the final spot is Eduardo. Eduardo Fox is a sophomore this year, and he'll be going to the University of Florida, hopefully, and studying computer science. Eduardo, Derlin, Trevor, and George, thank you very much for being here, and we'll be back with more of the A-Team after this break. Don't go away. Good job, guys.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
Hi, my name is Marshall Bauer, and I'm proud to say I'm the Executive Director of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. The Foundation has as its mission engaging the business community and the community at large with our students and teachers in the public school system. Through our many initiatives and programs, we enhance and enrich what is already going on in our public school system. The goal in mind is the same goal that the school district has, to make Lee County Public Schools a world-class school system. It is important that the community understand that our students will be competing in a global market. And in order for them to succeed, they need the backing of the entire community. So please reach out to a student, to a teacher, and help the foundation succeed in its mission. Thank you.
Welcome back to the A-Team Challenge. It's our 10-point round. Before we get started, let's introduce you to the students from East Lee County High School under the coaching of Jim Clark and Jennifer Smith. Position number 1 is Mickey Pavone. Mickey is a senior this year, and she's off to the University of Southern Florida to study accounting, USF, in St. Petersburg. And Mickey, good luck to you in the future. Next to her is Rainer Suarez. Rainer is a sophomore, and he'll be going to the University of Miami, hopefully, after school to study pre-med. In the back row, welcome to Andre Regalado. Andre is a senior this year, and he would like to go to the University of Florida and study mechanical engineering. And rounding out the team is Moshe Acevedo. Moshe is a senior this year, and he'd like to go to Harvard and study electrical engineering. Welcome to Moshe, Andre, Rainer, and Mickey under the coaching of Jim Clark and Jennifer Smith. All right, here we go. Students, 10 points. Where's my questions? Here they are. I got to have that. Can't make it all up. Here we go. 10 points. Put your hands on your buttons, and we're off and running. 410. Math question. Boom. There it is. It's on your screen. Take a look and get going. Written as a fraction in lowest terms. Wow. Moshe Eastley.
I'm sorry.
No? Don't have it?
Fraction in lowest terms, 2/7.
Judges? No. Okay.
Oh.
Fraction in lowest terms, what is 35% of 0.8? 0.8. Clewiston? Okay, it's 7/25 or 0.28. 0.28. All right, that's okay. Next point, or next question for 10 points. Here we go. Get ready. Put your hands on your buzzers. It is used when writing music for the trombone and tuba, as well as for the cello and for the tenor voice in a choir. Music teachers often use the phrase, "all cows eat grass," to help students learn the notes written on its spaces. Identify this clef, also used for the left hand of a piano. Moshe Eastley.
Bass clef?
Bass clef is correct. 10 points. Eastley. Next for 10. Examples of this object include ABO, that determines your blood type. Identify this biological object containing the code to produce a given protein that is expressed by alleles, is made of a sequence of DNA and found within a chromosome. Moshe Eastley.
Chromatin?
Nope, not chromosome. Clewiston? Sorry? Chromatin. Nope, not chromatin either. That's okay. Good try. Clewiston? Derlin?
Hemoglobin?
Nope, not hemoglobin. It's a gene. I was just looking for the gene. That's it. 10 points is up for grabs. Next question. Here we go. Many people use something like Excel to generate one of these. Others don't use it at all. Derlin, Clewiston?
A spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. Nope, sorry, maybe a little too soon. I'll finish the question for Eastley. Many of people don't use one at all, and those are people who never know where their money went. Identify this financial structure that typically has categories like food and rent and utilities. Andre Eastley.
A budget.
A budget. Good job, 10 points, Eastley High School. Next for 10. A ring, a locket, a snake, and a diary were 4 of these objects that were used to try to keep their creator somewhat alive until he could return to mortality. Name this object created 7 times by Lord Voldemort. George Clewiston.
A Horcrux?
A Horcrux, very good. I would have been very disappointed if nobody got that. 10 points, 10 points to Clewiston. That's the right answer. Next for 10. The Hermitage Art Museum is located in what city in far northern Russia that is named for a great Russian ruler of the late 1600s and early 1700s? Eduardo Clewiston.
Stalingrad.
Good try, Eduardo. No, I'm sorry, I can't take that one. That's not the right answer. East Lee. Mickey, where are you planning to go to school? St. Petersburg. That would have been the right answer to put in there. Yeah, it was St. Petersburg is what I was looking for. All right, no harm, no foul, no points there, though. Thank you very much. Next question for 10. Here we go. Her new novel, published in 2015, is the original book she wrote before an editor suggested that she rewrite some of the parts that feature a younger scout into a separate book. Name this American author. George Clewiston.
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee. Yep, she wrote her new book, Go Set a Watchman. Harper Lee. Next, that's 10 points for Clewiston. It has long been used by the military for airfields and even for nuclear testing because of its many large areas with very sparse populations. Name this U.S. Derlin, Clewiston. I need an answer.
I forgot the name. Sorry.
Okay. I'll finish the question for Eastleigh. Name this U.S. state. Andre.
New Mexico.
No, sorry, it's not New Mexico. It's famed for its Comstock Lode silver mine and the legalized gambling in the Las Vegas Strip. What's the state? Say it. Thank you. That's good. No points, though. All right, that finishes our 10-point round. Here we are. Clewiston's at 45. East Lee is at 35. Very tight game. Good scores on both sides. When we come back, we're going to start our 20-point round. And if you haven't seen a 20-point round, anything can happen. Stay with us.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is provided in partnership with the School District of Lee County and Waterman Broadcasting.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the A-Team Challenge. This is our final round, 20-point round. Each question will now be worth 20, and as you can see, the score is pretty tight. East Lee at 35, Clewiston at 45. Students, hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Let's see how many we can get in here. Martha Corey, Susanna Marty, and John Proctor were among those accused by others in 1692 of consorting with the devil and then convicted and hanged during what infamous episode? Mickey, Eastleigh.
Salem Witch Trials.
Yep, that's the episode in the history of Massachusetts. Amazing, isn't it, that actually happened. 20 points, Eastleigh High School. Next question for 20. He was once kicked off of the last comic standing for using the BlackBerry, but still gets paid for telling jokes while wearing Hawaiian shirts. Eduardo, correct. Name this Hispanic stand-up comedian featured in the recent film The Fluffy Movie. 20 points, Clewiston. Next for 20. Its newer Dobsonian types uses an inexpensive mount, cheap mirrors, and long paper tube, while its Cassegrain type still uses two mirrors to focus the light that comes into it and make it usable. Name this device used to observe the night sky. Andre, Eastleigh.
The telescope?
The telescope. That's correct. Telescope is 20 points, Eastleigh High School. Founded by the Spanish conquistador Diego de Losada, 2015 marks 204 years since this city where Simón Bolívar was born is buried and saw the signing of its country's Declaration of Independence. Named this South American capital, it's now home to Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela. Derlin, Clewiston.
Caracas.
Caracas, Venezuela is the right response. Good for you, 20 points, Clewiston. Next for 20. Her knee injuries that kept her from the 2014 Winter Olympics seem a thing of the past, as in 2015 she broke the record for career World Cup skiing victories by a woman. Name this American skier and four-time World Cup champion. Oh, nope, I'm sorry, not quite. It was Lindsey Vonn. Tell me you were going to say Lindsey Vonn. Now that's an honest young man right there. Nope, sorry, no points for that one. All right, next question. It contains the words, "A dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live." Name the inspirational song from The Sound of Music. God, that was good. Climb every mountain. Boy, nothing. It was Climb Every Mountain, in case you didn't know. All right, next question for 20. Here we go. One of his recently found stories was published as the 2015 book, What Pet Should I Get? And it features the same characters as in his previous story, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Mickey Easley.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is the one I'm looking for. He also wrote The Cat in the Hat and The Grinch. 20 points, Easley High. Next, the museum discussing this time period considers the Berlin airlift to have been after its beginning and the reunification of Germany to have been before its end. Identify this time period that ended with the fall of the former Soviet Union. George Clewiston.
The Cold War?
The Cold War is what you said. That is correct. 20 points, Clewiston. Next for 20. In math, it has at least two meanings. As a verb, it means to break down a large expression, such as a polynomial, into smaller components. Give this word that, as a noun, is each of those smaller components, as when you say 1, 2, 3, Moshe Easley.
A factor?
A factor is what I'm looking for. Long way around getting that answer, but that's good for you. 20 points, Easley High School. Next for 20. He still appears on the $100,000 bill and is called his opponent, George Clewiston.
Benjamin Franklin?
Nope, sorry, not him. Called his opponent, socialist presidential candidate Eugene Debs, a traitor to his country. Name this U.S. president who won the 1919 Nobel Peace Prize for his 14 points after serving in office during all of World War I. Andre Easley.
Theodore Roosevelt?
Nope, not Roosevelt. It was Wilson, Woodrow Wilson. Next for 20. What country that left the British Commonwealth in 1961 returned to it in 1994 after Nelson Mandela became its president? Derlin, Clewiston.
South Africa.
South Africa is the name of the country. 20 points, Clewiston. Next for 20. It consists of decorative lettering done by hand with special pens and used on important documents. Mickey Easley.
Calligraphy.
Calligraphy. Name the branch of visual art. 20 points, Easley High. In the U.S., it has long been very popular, but never been as important nutritionally as it is in China, India, West Africa, and Central America. Eduardo Clewiston.
Rice.
That's a really good guess. I'm sorry I can't give it to you, though. Easley, listen to the rest of the question. Name this fruit grown in tropical areas whose biggest grower was recently created by a merger between an Irish firm and Chiquita Brands International. Andre.
Peaches?
Nope, not peaches. Now what do you say? It was a banana. It was a banana. Okay, that's no points there, but look at this. This is great. This is only game number 2, and we've got a really tight game. Again, you guys might be interested to know the first game was within 10 points. You guys are within 10 points as well. Clewiston, 125. Easley, 135. Now, what you need to do in this commercial break is think of your wager for the subject of language arts. Language arts is the category. We'll be back to find out who moves on in this round of the A-Team Challenge. Don't go away.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a license for learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
Welcome back to the concluding round of the A-Team Challenge. Our final exam question will be revealed in just a second. First, let me introduce you to some of the alternates over here on my right. At the Clewiston side, we have Mohammed Alam. Mohammed, give us a wave there in the back. Mohammed's a junior. He would like to go to the University of Florida and study medicine. And next to Mohammed is Sylvia Raya. She's a junior, and she would like to study psychology in the future. All right, once again, Clewiston High School versus East Lee High School. Great job, you guys. And it'll all come down to this. Here's the final exam question that the students have been working on. Give these words from a commonly used list of words 10th graders should know. First one is an adjective for a baby born before 9 months have passed. The second one is anyone or anything to whom you owe money. To whom you owe money. And third is a person who eats way too much. These are the answers that I'm going to need to see. They are premature, which is the adjective for the baby, and the creditor is the one for B. That's the person you owe money, is your creditor. And C, a person who eats way too much, is a glutton. We're going to start off with Clewiston coming in at 125 points. Clewiston, your answers were premature, got that one right. You picked debtor instead of creditor, so I'm sorry, that one's wrong. And glutton you did get, so with one wrong, we still have to do the whole thing as wrong, and your wager was 100 points, so that brings you down to 25. On the East Lee County High School side, you picked premature, and you also picked debtor. Interesting, you missed that one. You got glutton, though. Your wager, though, was only 9 points, so by a pretty good margin, you will get 126 points. East Lee County High School is going on. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job. Thanks for watching this round of the A-Team Challenge. I'd like to invite both students, both sides, to please stand up, go over and shake each other's hands, give them some good sportsmanship support. Thank you for watching the A-Team.